established partnerships with Michigan State, University of Chicago, and Mount Sinai, and we're in discussions with several other organizations to collaborate. So what some of these academic collaborations look like is FPI will provide us with some data around disease that they've been studying. For example, we're getting some RNA-seq data in atherosclerosis. We take that data, we put that into our system, as well as combine it with a bunch of other data that we've been using, both public and private sources. And then what we're doing from there is we're taking that data, we're making predictions on that disease that we've decided to collaborate on and produce results. And so we say, okay, hey, look, we're going to produce 10 candidates for this disease. And basically the agreement is we'll file patents on them, and then they will run animal studies, and then we'll share in the upside from any discoveries that we make. There's a certain way that you could kind of think about this is similar to high throughput screening, but much faster and much kind of broader set of drugs and data that's coming from all these different things. Because when we look at biological data and chemical data and clinical data, like these are radically independent data sets. And if we start to see the same signal coming out of all of those, that's where we get a strong indication that that drug might treat that disease. So there's 3 ways that we can work with partners today. One of them is helping to identify new drug candidates and potential new targets to identify for a specific disease. Another way is prioritizing existing candidates for a disease and coming up with which ones might be the best to spend the time and money on now. The last is actually a repurposing strategy. So we can take libraries of compounds that have not been efficacious for other diseases and see if they have a strong case for working for another disease. So over the next year, we're going to continue to build these collaborations, both with academia as well as with industry partners. We're also talking to some CROs who might be able to run animal studies for us. And so what these partnerships look like is we can either, partners can provide us with data, we can run predictions on the disease of interest and provide results that could actually go directly into animal studies to test for efficacy. Data sciences, including like graph theory and machine learning, are solving a lot of the problems actually look the same from that approach. It's just different sets of data. And so we're actually computer scientists solving a biology problem as opposed to biologists trying to solve a computer science problem. Like we have folks on our team who have worked at NASA, pulling information on a very weak signal out of this very, very noisy data. He's also worked at the Department of Homeland Security, looking for nuclear material in kind of shipping containers. And like that requires very precise and sophisticated algorithms. And the algorithms that exist today, I mean, we see Watson winning Jeopardy, and we see Google search results are good. But that's all because of advances in kind of machine learning and software, not in kind of the underlying computing associated with that. And I think what we do is bring that to the table. I don't want to convince anyone. I want to find people who are the right fit. So I want to find companies who have signed up and recognized that large data and the analysis of that large data is the path to the future. And it's not the only future. What's really exciting about what we do and any other company that's using these large data sets and these sophisticated algorithms is that we can actually augment what folks are already doing. And so if you come in from a chemistry background where you have strong information and knowledge in a certain sector, and you combine that with something that starts with no human bias and filters up results from there, when those two things intersect is where we kind of get the real powerful insights and where we can come up with new discoveries and actually fill up the pipelines that have been dwindling recently.